àpérò tó sì ń kọ wá lóminú gidigidi nítorí pé ètò ìdìbò tó jẹ́ ti ètò ìdìbò sí ìjọba àbílẹ̀ ti àti káńsù yìí ó yẹ kó jẹ́ ètò ìdìbò léyìí tó jẹ́ wípé yóò mú múláyà àwa gidigidi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti lábẹ́ ìṣèjọba àwarawa gan torí wípé eléyìí ó jẹ́ ètò ìdìbò àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n súnmọ́ wa dáadáa lẹ́sẹ̀ kùkú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan lára àwọn tí ó jẹ́ aṣojú wa bó ti sọ lẹ́ǹkan wípé ẹni tó bá jẹ́ House of Rep àbí tó jẹ́ ààrẹ bóyá ààrẹ tó wà ní ìlú Àbújá ó lè ṣeé ṣe ká má mọ rí ààrẹ lójoojúmọ́ àmọ́ ẹni tó bá jẹ́ alága ìjọba àbílẹ̀ wa tàbí kánsẹ́lọ̀ wa ó lè jẹ́ wípé ẹgbẹ́ ilé wa gan báyìí ní ń gbé tó sì jẹ́ wípé á ṣeé ṣe fún wa láti lè tètè kàn sí wọn nínú ìṣèjọba eléyìí tó jẹ́ ìṣèjọba àwarawa tí a bá ní àwọn nǹkan eléyìí tó ń gbé wa lọ́kàn tí a fẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe kí ló wá dé tó fi wá jẹ́ wípé irúfẹ́ ètò ìdìbò tó yẹ kí ó ṣe kókó ṣe pàtàkì sí wa báyìí òun là wà máa ṣàkíyèsí wípé àwọn àjọ tó yẹ kí wọ́n bójútó ọ̀rọ̀ bó ti tó àti bó ti yẹ nírú àsìkò yìí wọn ò tí ì dé oríkò ìdìbò a sì ń rò ó a sì ń gbà á ní ìyànjú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà là ń ké sí gbogbo àwọn tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe àwọn tó tọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ló àwọn oríkò tí wọ́n pé wọn ò tí ì ráwọn ohun ètò ìdìbò kí wọ́n dákúndábọ̀ kí wọ́n tètè wá nǹkan ṣe sí wọn láwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò wà ń bẹ̀ àmọ́ ohun èlò ètò ìdìbò tí ì dé bẹ̀.
Very well. Please feel free to join us on Facebook. You can, see what's going on live on the field. Wherever our correspondents are this time, you can see it. There's a video, for you there. And then, of course, you can see what we're doing in the studio and what is going on at the back end in Lagos. So we have all of that cut out for you on our Facebook page, Adamimogo 105.1 FM. If you're, taking a bit of breaks, from, terrestrial radio, feel free to join us online as we continue our analysis and updates from our election studios right here in Adamimogo 105.1 FM. We're located at Mokola, IBADAN, Shobande Street, precisely. That's where we are, and it's a big deal for us because we take election very seriously on this dial, and that's why we're giving you all the updates as much as we can. So feel free to drop your comments with us and other updates. What is going on in your local government? Do we have OSEC officials on ground? We have about 6,390 or 93 polling units, across the 33 local government areas. We want to know what is going on in those local governments. If you are there, if you are listening live, please be our ears and eyes. You are a citizen, we are, and this is your radio station, so feel free to be a part of it. Let us know what is going on at your end. Just drop us a comment or your observation or experience. Drop it for us on Facebook at Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Keep listening to this dial as we continue to provide more updates.
mo ibi apá abẹ náà mo ṣì wà bọ̀ mo wọ́n ti pè mí ní ward 2 ní ward 2 Olúyọ̀lé ẹni tí ó bá wọlé ní Olúyọ̀lé ward 2 yìí ló máa ń determine fate wọn. So ward 2 yìí ganan máa ń fẹ́ mójútó ṣùgbọ́n ní ward 2 yìí wọ́n pè mí ní àfibẹ̀nsìn ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́ lọ́ba yìí pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ ń dé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ṣẹ̀ ń dé.
wọ́n ṣẹ̀ ń dé bẹ́ẹ̀.
àwọn àdáyé tó wá kó ẹ̀sánpù ká pé béèyàn 20 minutes kó dìbò wọ́n kó bí materials márùn-ún wá. Nílò láti máa fẹ́ kọ́tánná fúnra wa jẹ. This issue is not about the governor. Nílò láti máa pọ́n wọn lápọ̀nlẹ́jù. Ó sì fún ìrùpọ́n tí ìmúra tán láti ṣe kò kárí ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé àwọn INEC yẹn mo mọ̀ pé ó possible kò má rí báyìí. Orí àwọn ibi tí mo gbé kò sí ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ẹ̀ sí ibùdó ìdìbò ńbẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ dúró tán lálà sí kalẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tán fẹ́ dìbò tán rí bòdì.
À ń gbọ́ yín ọmọ ìyá ṣínà.
Ní wọ́n tún fún wọn lọ́n ti báyìí. Wọ́n pè mí pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ ń dé ni nípa ètò ààbò a lè kí wọn fún yẹn wọ́n ṣe dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n nípa kò kárí ètò ìdìbò yìí ṣe dáadáa tó ní àníwá fi máa sọ tí ìrọ̀lẹ́ tí ò bá yẹ ká sọ nípa ń gbóríyìn fún gómìnà pé wọ́n ṣe dáadáa wọ́n ṣe dáadáa nípa ètò ààbò bọ̀ nípa ti àwọn OSEC yìí èmi ò rò pé
ó sì jẹ́ òun ló ṣe kókó jùlọ
ohun gan ló dẹ̀ kókó jùlọ nítorí báyìí àwọn èèyàn lálàsí gan tí wọn ò rí bòdì tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ láwọn tó ní bò sí ti dé ìbẹ́ ara ẹ̀sán olúlọ̀ local government tí a ti ẹ̀wà yìí ó ti ẹ̀ mẹ́hẹ̀ fún ìbò Olúyọ̀lé sí ìwọ́lára ìbò tó yẹ pé wọ́n fi ń dìbò ní àdúgbò yẹn. So mi ò mọ tí àwọn ṣe ìfẹ́ ti gbé àwọn yẹn ti ń gbé lọ lé gan.
It's to 11 now, just barely 16 minutes.
Nígbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìbò ń sìn báyìí, so what else again? Kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ tún máa dúró dùn?
Thank you very much, Omoyashino. We'll get back to you quickly. I'm sure that fans of Osin Pepe, they're also waiting. Maybe we'll have to just do 30 minutes while we do our wrap-up much later. I wouldn't want that to pass. I promise that we'll keep you updated, in the course of this election. That you might have to hold on. Let's take a short break. But before then, two things stand out. It looks like OCEC haven't done enough. It's to 11 and many polling units do not have their presence there, and people are waiting, some of them tired, exhausted, and heading back home. What would that mean at the end of the day? And let's not forget, the reason why we are doing this sort of coverage is so that you can be abreast of how things are happening at the various polling units, at least in the central and a bit outside. And at the end of the day, when we have results coming, we would be able to delineate and see where the errors were, and so that we won't have all kind of mumbo jumbo results at the end of the day where voting did not occur. That is why we are doing all of this, for transparency's sake, for credibility's sake. So people should be up on their game, they should be on their toes, monitoring what is going on at their end. We're sure that our correspondents on the field will continue to provide updates. We'll take a short break, we'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect venue for your next event? Look no further than Govt Event Hall. With a spacious capacity for 500 people and ample parking space, Govt Event Hall ensures your guests arrive and depart with ease. But that's not all. Our hall has undergone a stunning renovation for better performance, ensuring your event is nothing short of spectacular. Safety and security? Check. Govt Event Hall offers adequate security measures to guarantee peace of mind throughout your event. Plus, uninterrupted power supply and chilling ACs ensure your guests remain comfortable regardless of the weather. We are located at Ganiyu Bello Street, Felele, Challenge, IBADAN, and our hall is newly renovated to taste. Don't miss out on this exceptional opportunity to give your guests a good treat at Govt Event Hall. Call or WhatsApp us on 0816 058 2469 0816 058 2469 to book your date and make your event unforgettable.
You fit fly.
Do you know the key to unlock your dreams of traveling abroad to different destinations like USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and other countries in Europe is at your doorstep?
All you need do is just pitch your tent with You Fit Fly, and we shall show you the world in comfort. Oh yes, we're still leading in ticketing, flight reservation, airport transfer, special vacation, hotel reservation, international travel consulting, tour package, travel insurance, and holy pilgrimage, and others.
If you therefore wish to study abroad or travel to different countries around the world, we are here to give you that opportunity.
At You Fit Fly office, Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Telephone 080-9300-2096. Website www.youfitfly.com. With You Fit Fly, you shall see the world in comfort.
Adamimogo 105.1 FM, the voice of the light.
It's still our election day studio right here on Adamimogo 105.1 FM, the General and Olushola Momo. We are here in the studio receiving calls and updates from our correspondents on the field. Samuel Ulugbemini, Bidun Mustafa, Mazi Dimachuku, who is also, their live guy, of course, streaming for them. Dayo Lujobi is there. Jagumolu Badmos on the field as well, and Eniola Omoyashino. We have the report now from Unit 50 at Mogono in Oluyole local government area that OCEC officials are still have not arrived with their materials, and people are waiting for them, and that's been the recurring theme. Absence of OCEC officials from many of these polling units. Remember that they have time and again reassured people that this election is going to be tight, is going to be a template for other states, and we are wondering what kind of template this is. If as of 12:30 13 minutes to 11. We are still yet to have them in Manda's various polling units and, conduct the activity that is supposed. Go on with the exercise, the election proper in most of these polling units. Yes, the security presence is good, but then the lack of officials to conduct an election where people are waiting is not too good at this point. So we are hoping to see if there would be any development, any improvement in terms of what we've some of the updates we received from the field, if there will be any improvement, if we'll still hear that elections have started in many of these places this morning. Don't forget, the local government election is so important, and it is how we do it that would continue to deepen the trust of the people in democratic practices, in the processes as we know it. Omoyashino is also, on the field giving us updates as we, take them on this dial, Adamimogo 105.1 FM. We have a couple of, updates on our Facebook page. We'll take some of those comments in a bit. Don't forget to join us. You would have access. You can see what our correspondents are doing live in their respective locations. So join us on Facebook, Adamimogo 105.1 FM, as we go.
wọ́n ní àìláṣọ lọ́rùn pàkà ó tàpérò fọmọ eré wo èyí tí à ń gbọ́ lọ́pọ̀ àwọn oríkò tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ wa tí wọ́n sì wà láwọn oríkò káàkiri tí wọ́n wo bó ṣe ń lọ níbi ètò ìdìbò tó jẹ́ ti ìdìbò sí ti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ti council bó ṣe ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. òun náà ni wípé lọ́pọ̀ àwọn oríkò wọ́n ní àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àjọ OSEC wọ́n ní wọn ò sí láwọn oríkò wọ̀nyí débi tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ fi kó àwọn ohun èlò tí àwọn èèyàn fi dìbò. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni a ti bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ ní àwọn oríkò ìdìbò yìí tí wọ́n sì jọ ń di mímọ̀ fún wa wípé àwọn kan tiẹ̀ ti wà ń bẹ̀ fún bí ọ̀pọ̀ wákàtí tí wọ́n retí wípé kóhun èlò ètò ìdìbò dé káwọn lè rí ìdìbò wọn dé. láwọn kan náà tó tún jẹ́ wípé oríṣiríṣi yúníìtì bíi 4 ló yẹ kó wà ní àwọn ẹ̀ka bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn wọ́ọ̀dù bẹ́ẹ̀, tó sì jẹ́ wípé bóyá bíi 2 àbí 3 péré àwọn yúníìtì kankan yọ sọnù tí àwọn tí wọ́n sì wà ń bẹ̀ náà tí wọn ò láǹfààní láti dìbò tako àwọn ìlérí tí àjọ OSEC tí wọ́n sì ti ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wípé ètò ìdìbò eléyìí tí ó jẹ́ ti council àti ìjọba àbílẹ̀ tí ó wáyé lónìí wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ yóò lọ ní ìrọwọ́rọsẹ̀ àti wípé gbogbo ètò ẹ̀ ń ló ti tò, àmọ́ àwa ò tí ì wá rí gbogbo ètò eléyìí tí ó ti tò tó báyìí o. tí a bá pé ó yẹ kí a fi ètò ìdìbò tí ó ń wáyé lónìí ká fi ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe fún àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ míì.
wà á rí i pé Samuel náà sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ó dàbí pé INEC là padà máa ṣe gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ election yìí ju OSEC lọ. nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ń sọ pé wọn ò fẹ́ kí àwọn states kan máa ní election committee tí wọ́n ní nǹkan kí INEC kò ṣe fúnra ẹ̀. that's what they're saying.
àwọn oríkò tí àwọn
INEC should manage
lásìkò ètò ìdìbò sípò ààrẹ tó sì wá di wípé wá di àsìkò ètò ìdìbò tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe ti ìjọba àbílẹ̀ tí wọ́n wá ń sọ wípé kò sí àwọn ohun èlò ètò ìdìbò láwọn orúfẹ́ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n sì lo orúfẹ́ oríkò ọ̀hún lásìkò ètò ìdìbò sípò ààrẹ bó ló ti wá jẹ́ ṣé báwọn àjọ INEC rí ìlò ń gbà náà kí n ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan àjọ elétò ìdìbò tí OSEC.
Let's take kudos to Babafemi Aderemi Omolara, Babatunde Peter. Thank you for your comments. Of course, saying we are doing a good job. Thank you for reaching out. We appreciate. But of course, we would like more than ever that you tell us what is going on in your respective local government. That would, be more interesting for us here in the studio to tell us, give us updates on what is going on at your end in your local government as a person. If there's anything, those updates, presence of security men, turnout of people, and all of that, we want to know. Yes, is election going on as it should go, in your polling unit? Tell us. Drop us a comment on Facebook, Adamimogo 105.1 FM. We're still expecting calls from our correspondents on the field who are giving us updates as we go, but it's very important to state and note that many polling units do not have the presence of OSEC officials as we speak. They are not available in so many polling units that have been visited by our correspondents, as far as we can tell at this time. So I think we'll reach out again to one of them. One of them is trying to call in. He called in earlier, and that's Dayo Olujobi. So we'll just reach out to one of the election observers in Ogbomosho. He said he has moved from Ibadan through Ogoluwa down to Ogbomosho this morning, and as far as he can tell, the election is going on smoothly in some of the areas. Well, the numbers might not be good, but he's saying we still have an hour plus, to conduct this business today. We might still have a good turnout, but by and large, people are coming out to cast their votes in trickles, in sprinkles, in some of the polling units. Securities for this election is good as far as you can tell, and he is hopeful that the conduct would, be concluded on a successful note, and perhaps we can still talk to him as time would permit on the program this morning. We still have a couple of maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes to 1 hour plus to round off on some of our updates in our election studios here. Right here on Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Keep it locked. We're still expecting you to drop your comment as well. A couple of persons reaching out to us on Facebook. Feel free to drop your comment. Tell us what's your own reality or what you've observed as a person in any of the local government areas where the councillorship and chairmanship elections are being held as we speak. By 12 p.m. on the dot, we'll have Abimbola Ogubanini right here in the studio for Global Box, and then we'll continue with our analysis and sum up on some of the updates we're getting from the field. Don't forget, we have Samuel Olugbemini from Lagos, the head of news at Adamimogo FM Nigeria, Lagos, on the field, giving us updates. We have Dayo Olujobi, and of course, Ibidu Mustafa, Jagumolu Badmos, Dimachukundu, BC, Eniola, and the rest. Adisa, of course, is also there with the Lagos crew, giving us updates at this end. Keep it locked on this dial at Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Abi, bó ló ṣe rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, bó ti ń lọ náà ńlá ṣe mú wá fún yín ní ìkànnì Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ táwa ń ṣe ń bí nìyẹn, àbọ̀ ò ní jẹ́ kí tí yín di sí gbogbo bó ti ń lọ. Pàápàá jùlọ léyìí tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ètò ìdìbò sí ti ìjọba àbílẹ̀ àti ti council tó ń wáyé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Láìpẹ́ náà ni a bá ara àwọn ikọ̀ wa tó wà ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n sì ní tó kọwájú sẹ́yìn kan ẹ̀yìn ló kọ sí ẹlòmíì, gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti jó di mímọ̀ fún wa wípé ní ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn oríkò léyìí tí wọ́n ti ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń lọ bó ti yẹ kó lọ. Ẹja tún tẹ̀ wájú láti gbọ́ ìpè látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa.
Hello, Dayo.
Yeah, hello, General.
Yes, good morning, Dayo. Well done.
Yeah, you remember earlier we told you about the situation at Ibadan Southeast.
Yes.
And up to now, we have some aggrieved electorate.
Yes, we can see that on your live video on Facebook.
Yes, so I'll just link you up with some of them immediately so that they can express their grievance. So can we? So you are live now, sir. So, General, I'll put him on now.
Hello?
Okay, now he's on. He's on.
Yes. Hello, what's your name?
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Hello?
Hello, what's your name, please?
He's not talking.
Hello? We can hear him.
General, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear him.
Okay.
Let him tell us his name. Honorable Mojid.
South of the All Progressive Congress of your state here. From Ibadan Southeast local government in Ward 2. And in Ward 2 we have about 19 polling units, but we have I think we have less than 5 polling units now. They brought just out of 19 polling units. As I'm speaking right here now, I'm from Alex Lawyer family, and in front of Alex Lawyer family we have 3 polling units there. Only one was brought. They brought just only 1 instead of 3. And now even the ballot paper, the registered voters in each of the polling units Alex Lawyer is almost 1,000. And in just one polling unit they brought just 100 voters ballot paper. Just 100 out of 1,000. Just 100. Just 100.
Do you see it as an attempt? Do you see it as an attempt to disenfranchise you?
Just 100. As I'm talking now, I have not voted because they didn't bring my voters the registered. They didn't bring the box. You understand? So we have a problem. Even aside, in the island last year, we have 2 polling units there. Nothing is there as I'm speaking with you now. At Kusi in Indiana, there's no polling unit there. Go to Iliomiyale, inside of 3 polling units there, they brought just only 1. In Iliomiyale, 3 polling units is there, they brought just only 1. Even the only one they brought, the voters registered, and they brought a voters card, a voters registered paper of less than 100 in that place. How do you go about this? How do you go about this? And people are calling us from other areas in IBADAN Southeast here. They have not been seeing the ballot boxes. So what do we do? So this is not a free and fair election. As said by Chairman Osiek Olagunju, in fact, it's not coming to us as a surprise. It's not coming to us because it is expected that this is what Olagunju will do. The Olagunju in question, you will recollect that what he did in the last local government election in Erua and Ido is still in our memory, very fresh in our memory.
I think some of these things are too early to call. We don't want to be emotional about it. Let's wait till elections are concluded and see how things would play out. Dayo Lujobi, perhaps you would have to throw in a bit of caution there, calling out the chairman of OSEC, and elections are still yet to be done and over with, and it looks like there is already an outstanding grouse. But regardless, I think the point being made is for some of the polling units, they are short on what they expect for those polling units. Some that should have about 1,000 ballot papers are having 100, and they are not even properly spread across all the polling units that are available at that end. So I think there's a whole lot of questions arising at this point as to how OISEC is going about the conduct of their business. We are trying to link up with Ibidun. She's been trying to get across. Hello, Ibidun. Okay, Dayo, I have to let you go there. Please get across to us again. Perhaps we can, explain what is right at this time. Thank you so much, Dayo Lujobi, for helping us speak with one of those concerned at this point where you are in Ibadan. Hello, Ibidun.
Hello.
Hello, Ibidun.
alẹ́ ìgbàdẹ̀ tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí torí náà bá dé bẹ̀ ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ti sọ́ọ̀tù wọn láti máa dìbò wọ́n ṣe sí ìdìbò alábọ̀ àwọn àjọ ọ́fíẹ̀s wọ́n wà ní ìjókòó ṣùgbọ́n bàtà bí wọ́n lè rè kí lè táwọn èèyàn òdìbò wọ́n ní pé torí pé bàtà wọ́n dé ágúmẹ̀ntì wáyé lórí pé títí ní gbọ́dọ̀mù àti wọ́n kó wá nípò àwọn ẹgbẹ́ méjèèjì àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ àtẹ́gbọ́kọ̀ tó wọ́n wá takora wọn tí wọ́n ṣe ń bẹ́ tí wọ́n dá ìbò dúró nìyẹn àwọn èèyàn wà ń bẹ̀ o ṣùgbọ́n kò sí ìdìbò ń bẹ̀ àwọn àjọ ọ̀fẹ́ náà jókòó síbẹ̀.
ṣé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lẹ fi ń hàn wá lórí Facebook yìí Ìbídùn.
ó lọ sí ìròyìn lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ìjọba ń tẹ̀lé wa.
kí ló fa ìjà ó dàbí pé àgbọ̀ dáadáa kí ló fa ìjà ń bẹ̀.
kí ló fa ìjà òun ni pé bá a ṣe débẹ̀ aláǹfààní àti ìwò kékeré tí gbogbo nǹkan dábàá nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn wà lórí ìdúró. àwa bi arábìnrin àjọ ọ̀sẹ̀ yẹn léèrè ó ní láti máa ṣàlàyé fún wa pé àwọn èèyàn wọn ló láwọn òdìbò mọ́ kí ló lè fà á bọ́ sí láwọn òdìbò wọ́n ní bọ́lá ṣe pàtó gbé wá òṣè wọ́n ní pé wọ́n láwọn ò ní kòtò táwọn òde dìbò wọ́n wá ní pẹ́ńgbà tí wọ́n pè wọ́n ṣàlàyé fún wọn pé iye tí wọ́n kó káàkiri local government nìyẹn lẹ́yìn ìgbà náà wọ́n ní ẹgbẹ́ kan sọ pé tó bá ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn òní tẹ̀sí nínú òdìbò wọn nù ẹ̀ka tí gbọ́n tó wà lẹ́yìn. táwọn bá ti pè wá pé àwọn ó pè wá Tẹ́tẹ́ fún àwọn ní wọ́nà ní ọ̀pá. So pé àgbà ti wá ní àwọn òṣìbò bí. Bá àwọn àtìrí wọn lára lọ́pọ̀ láti kí a máa ní òṣì
kó tó di gbọ́n mi sí omi ò tó ìbídùn kí ni nǹkan gangan tó ń sọ àwọn tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ní.
wọ́n ní pátí tí a máa ń sọ pé káwọn ọmọ kò tí wọ́n láǹfààní àti dárúkọ ẹgbẹ́ òun báyìí wọ́n ní pátí tí a máa ń
ṣé àwọn àjọ OCEC wà ń bẹ̀.
wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ ọjọ́ wọn ti ń palẹ̀ lẹ́rù wọ́n ń gbà sọ́ọ́ rí pé ìjà ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀
ṣáwọn èèyàn ti dìbò tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣáwọn èèyàn ti dìbò tẹ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
wọn ò tí ì dìbò
rárá kí ọ̀rọ̀ wàhálà ẹ̀ tún fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ó dàbí pé pátì tá à ń sọ yìí inú wọn ò dùn sí àwọn nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ lọ́fi sọ pé káwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn má dìbò ńbẹ̀.
torí wọ́n já wọn dúró pàtó wọ́n ní káwọn kọ́kọ́ lọ ráǹdì mọ́ nígbà táwọn bá padà dé làwọn tó tẹ̀síwájú ní ètò ìdìbò òun kò sì dáwọn kan lọ́rùn dáwọn kan lórí ẹ̀.
ó dà bá mi gbé fóònù fún Samuel Olúgbẹ̀mí ní ìka wò ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì.
ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀nà ọlọ́bùn kan sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́.
Sọ pé kó pè wá tó bá tákòókò bá tó.
Tí ìsọ́tà wa ẹni tó wá APC ni wọ́n ti sọ́ọ̀tì ẹgbẹ́ wọn pé ọjọ́ ti kù tí wọ́n àbọ̀dọ̀ dìbò àbí tí sọ́wọ́ ti fẹ́ ọ̀nbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìbá ní mọ́tò ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ two party kò lè sí ìbò so ọ̀dí èmúlò àti ìrẹ́lẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ two party ṣe ọ̀yà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ stop ìwọ̀n
mo ń gbọ́ ẹ̀ dídùn. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fáwọn ará ilé fún àǹfààní àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa lójú
Facebook wa àti tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa nílé náà.
Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ló wà lórí Facebook wa báyìí bí Samuel Olúgbẹ̀mí níyì àti ìbídùn ṣe ń bá wọn ẹ̀já máa gbọ́.
Well, we are aware that we have like 98 people.
98 or 900.
998 people that were supposed to vote yesterday. But the policy paper that we have for governorship is for chairmanship is 50, and for councillorship also is 50. And one of the APC candidates came from outside and come and convince them that because it is 50-50, so for this reason, we are not allowed to vote here. That it's supposed to be 100.
I presume you are the presiding officer.
Yes.
What's the name?
Allow me to say over here.
But you knew that you had over 900. When you asked at the headquarters, when you got the paper, did you bother to ask them about letting us 50?
Well,
instead of the total number that you should ask?
Let me say we didn't count it.
We didn't count it. But the person must have felt
we count it when we arrived here. That's when we counted it.
So did you put a call through?
Yes, we put a call through.
And what did they say?
My supervisor's number is not available. Why the overall local government what's his name? His number also is not going to. So until when one of the APC chairman or stuff like that, he was not the one that called around that said that guy is that we before we started. Then later on, they now later get the information all across that the balloting paper that was given to everyone is 50-50. So we should start the election. But one of the PDP said they don't have interest in doing the election again. That because one of the APC have made a misunderstanding between maybe the balloting paper is 50 this and that. So that was what happened.
Okay, but nobody has that. So because he said that, nobody has approached you to say that we don't want to. Stop. Nobody has approached you. But if they approach you now, you continue with the next one.
Yes.
All right, can we just
continue with our well, àìpérò wà ní ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn ìdìbò èyí tó ti dìbò ní pé ìkọlá àwọn àìdè ọlọ́ láti junction ìpè bá ti tẹ̀ka ìpè tẹ̀kọ̀ 50.
Caesar, Samuel Olugomini. Hello. Hello. Going that network is breaking. But let us have a few. I think we have to do an explanation of from what I can hear. Hello.
Hello.
Going that about that part fún Samuel Olugomini Kali gets proper explanation. Going that ojú òpó yẹn Hello, Samuel.
Àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ ṣe wípé àwọn èèyàn wá síwájú nípa àwọn tó ti yàn. Gbogbo orí ẹ̀sìn pààkì àwọn báàgì iṣẹ́ fẹ́ máa lọ ní abẹ́sẹ̀ dúró ẹ̀wọ̀n nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ṣe.
A máa láti fẹ́ jù. Ẹ̀yin ti rẹ́dì. Kẹ́yìn èèyàn ti rẹ́dì.
Ìbídùn Mustapha ó dàbí pé nǹkan tá à ń gbọ́ ń bẹ̀ ni pé nọ́mbà pépà ìbò
pépà tí wọ́n kó wá wọ́n ní wọ́n kó jẹ́ 100 wọ́n sì kó àádọ́ta wá
àwọn 50 wá àwọn pátì kan wá bínú tán wọ́n ní wọn ò lè dìbò pé kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ wá tún dàbí pé the party person tó wà ń bẹ̀ ó ń sọ pé I mean the OCEC official tó wà ń bẹ̀ sọ pé nọ́mbà ọ̀gá òun àwọn méjèèjì pé kò lọ pé kíní yóò máa pé ó dà pé gbàtàn débẹ̀ náà ṣe wà ń kà á ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ so I wanted to reach out to Samuel to ask if any kind of hanky-panky is being perceived there. Is it a deliberate thing that the number of votes that should be spread among those who are supposed to go about exercising their franchise was properly done? Do we have a problem with what is on the ground at this time? But just to give clarity to the event, Dayo's been trying to reach out. Let's get to Dayo and then we'll return to Samuel Olugomini to provide some explanation to what he has heard from the OSEC official at that polling unit. Dayo, so sorry we couldn't pick your phone while you were trying to call him. Hello, Dayo.
Yeah, hello, General.
Yes, so give us update. What do you have that is hot?
Okay, we've returned to Southwest, but we have a major issue there. We noticed the situation, so we had to go there, and we saw somebody being beaten and taken away by some people. So we now approached the guy. We recorded it. We couldn't talk to him that much. He alleged that some people are doing overvoting. And that is the South.
Who was beaten? Let's get that clear. Who was beaten at your polling? And which polling unit are you talking about? Which area?
Sorry, let me just call you back, please. I think I need to leave this area now. I'll call you right away. I just need to move away from this place.
Okay. All right then. No problem. Ibidu is trying to call back. Let's reach out to Ibidu as well. Hello, Ibidu. Yes, Samuel, very well. We couldn't hear you clearly, so we had to cut off. The whole thing was kind of distorted. So give us a picture of the explanation you got from the OSEC official.
All right. So when we got to this place,
which place is that, please?
Odeyale Ward 5. Odeyale Ward 5 Unit 3. We noticed that there was little or no activity going on, and people were standing by right there, but no election, no voting was going on, no accreditation, and so we resorted to speaking with the presiding officer of the election there. And then what she explained was that when they arrived, they had just 50 ballot papers, and they understand that they are meant to have 998 voters here. Now, one of the opposition party officials came around and said that he feels that they've been shortchanged, that they've removed about 50 ballots from the booklets, which should have 100 ballots, attached, all packed into one. And so that caused a furor of some sort because he instructed, I don't know whose authority or the kind of authority he had, but he instructed that voting should not take place until he is able to confirm.
That's one of the party officials.
Yes, opposition party officials, and then confirm that they have, that is the number that they have. Now, they've not seen him since he delivered that instruction and left. Now, when somebody else came around, also from the opposition party, came around to say that they've confirmed that it's 50 ballot papers that were distributed across all the units, and so they should proceed with elections. Somebody from the other party agents said the voting process would no longer go on because a lot of people had left. A lot of people that arrived earlier had left and were no longer going to take part.
So let's get something very clear, Sam, just for clarity's sake. It looks like it's a deliberate act, perhaps by OSEC, to limit the number of ballots that should be in that polling unit, or perhaps by extension to other polling units.
Well, to be not to be so presumptuous, I think the only thing we can say is perhaps they planned based on previous elections, and so undermined the level of participation that was going to they were going to witness in these particular elections. And so, because the few polling units we've been to, it's just been 50 ballots, regardless of the number of persons.
Isn't that strange to you, based on what you've also taken into context in previous election as to Oyo State's local government election?
Well, I think this is a very different case. Yeah, this is perhaps one of the few times in which you have the opposition. In previous occasions, we've had opposition decide that they are going to boycott elections. But this time around, you have the party at the center with a lot of strong forces saying that they would take part fully in this election. And then you have a different power or party at the state level that has its own interest at stake. And so it is highly competitive. It's not one of those elections where anybody may seek to want to stamp their foot.
So in other words, the numbers, the turnout may be low, but the participation is competitive.
Yes, that is it. The participation is competitive.
Now let me bring you just a bit, Sam. I want us to be on the same page on this. While she was speaking, she said the number because she was also expected to get across to our superior officer as to why we have the number of ballots.
She said she tried reaching out to our supervisor, but his number did not go through. She reached out to another superior officer, and the person said they would get back to them and didn't get back. Now, for what I've gathered, they are on their way, they are leaving. That they are on their way leaving now. It doesn't look like this election is going to take place any longer.
At Odeyale?
Yes, that's at Odeyale. I'm trying to record live because they are leaving.
Oh, yes, we can see that. We can see that. We can see that.
Yes, they are leaving. I think they're about to mount the bike of a policeman.
So,
I can't see the election materials. You are the election materials. Okay, they packed the election materials and are leaving.
Oh, so for those, you can see this live on Facebook. The OSEC officials are leaving Odeyale Ward 5 without conducting an election there. Some of the parties there are saying they cannot hold that election because the number of ballots are not complete, so it will mean that they are going to be shortchanged. And you can see that some people are already trying to heckle them, but yes, they have mounted a bite and they are off, according to what we can see on Facebook. Yes, thank you very much, Sam. You can
you're welcome.
Yes, you can reach out to other polling units and let's have some outcomes there.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. Let's quickly speak with Dayo. That's Samuel Olugbemini and his crew, Mustafa Eniola, giving us updates from Odeyale
Ward 5.
Very well. So let's speak to Dayo Olujobi quickly. He's been trying to reach out before we take the global box from our news desk. Dayo Olujobi, so sorry, we were on the phone with Samuel Olugbemini. So give us updates, quick one.
Yeah, I had to also move away from that place because I was told to move away. So we visited a Southwest local government award.
Please, we would like to get live feeds from your end. Please let it come up.
But we've left that area for safety,
reasons. Okay then, no problem.
Even the guy that raised the issue, his phone has been seized.
Oh, seized by who?
Yes, what happened?
Seized by who?
We don't even know at this moment. We don't know. The guy is even. I think the guy is still currently looking for his phone. But the situation when we got there, we noticed that people were shouting. So when we got there, we saw a situation. The police.
Let's establish where you got, where all of this happened. Which ward, which unit, where?
Yes, IBADAN, Southwest Local Government Area, Ward 3, Unit 1.
Ward 3, Unit 1. Is there a name for that area?
The place is known as IBADAN Southwest Ward 3, Unit 1, according to the guy who spoke to us.
Okay.
So after this call, I would also send the video, the audio straight away. We spoke to the guy. The guy said he noticed that people were doing overvoting, and he went there. He made video of what was happening. And before he could know, people started beating him. In fact, he had to be taken away. So we approached him. He said even OISEC staff were watching as one particular person was voting for a particular party multiple times. Yes, so we have his audio. His phone was taken away, and the guy too was taken away by the policeman. I think the thing that surprises every one of us is how the police could also be watching. And that thing,
So it looks like there is a collusion.
Yes, and we also I spoke to the guy. So I was trying to make the video, but we were wanting to leave that place, so we left. But I was able to get this audio. I will send to you straight away after this call.
Very well.
And that situation happened at Ibadan Southwest Local Government Area, Ward 3, Unit 1.
Ibadan Southwest Local Government Area.
Yes,
Ward 3, Unit 1. Okay, we have taken note of that. Thank you so much, Dayo, for giving us that update. We'll take a brief, short break for the world, for the global box, so that, of course, we can as well keep you up to date with what is going on in Africa and the rest of the world at this time. We'll return to complete our assignment here on our election day briefing. Courtesy of Adamimogo 105.1 FM. It's not just this station here in Ibadan. We are also collaborating with our sister station in Lagos, of course, under the umbrella of Adamimogo FM Nigeria, to give you proper update of what's going on in and around Oyo State for this local government election. It's still me, the General, and Olushola Momo doing this together in the studio. Stay with us and follow our live feed as it happens live on Facebook at Adamimogo FM Nigeria, of course, 105.1 FM as well. We are live on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, Adamimogo FM Nigeria, you would get all the live feeds as we continue with our election day coverage. Stay with us on this dial.
Adamimogo 105.1 FM, the voice of the light. Welcome to Adamimogo 105.1 FM, voice of the light.
你賭手先跳啦！我呢你哋Adamimogo，你賭嘛賭錢指小貨啦！我呢個嚟叻先走你賭啥你仲冇啦！我呢òkè téńté sọ́ba ní ọ̀rẹ́ méjì ní Mọ́kọ́lá ni wọ́n wà ń lù Ìbàdàn.啊賭啦，你賭冇事，你賭啦賭錢寶啊！ẹ̀tẹ́ ti lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìrí tó賭好啲啊，ṣé賭嘛！wọ́n ní ètò ológo ń bẹ́ńlẹ̀ fẹ́yìn ológo l'Adamimogo. 105.1 FM Adamimogo ìkànnì tí ayé ń fẹ́ ọ táyé ń gbọ́ ó stand out ó yàtọ̀ ó tayọ ó ṣe ó kí ó milẹ̀ títí ó. 105.1 FM Adamimogo ìkànnì tí ayé ń fẹ́ ọ táyé ń gbọ́ ó stand out ó yàtọ̀ ó tayọ ó ṣe ó kí ó milẹ̀ títí ìròyìn tí kò lẹ́jà ń bà kan nínú. àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ nígboro ìbílẹ̀ tí máa gbọ́ àwọn ètò lóríṣiríṣi àròtọ̀ ní tiwa jẹ́ kágbáṣà lárugẹ àtẹrẹ ìdárayá kápolówó ọjà kájẹ́kù bàjẹ́ 105.1 FM lágbàdé fún Adamimogo FM ní bàbá 105.1 FM Adamimogo ẹlẹ́dàá ọ̀nì tí ayé ń fẹ́ o ayé ń gbọ́ ó nànànà ó sáńdà ó yàtọ̀ ó tayọ ó ṣe òkì omi lẹ títí.
Adamimogo Asidiot area.
Sanuku Jama, Sunana Binga Adeika Sirikin Diani. If you don't speak Hausa in the wo Afambu, Binga Adeika 1. If you don't speak Igbo or Bokia, Elimei Binga Adeika. If you don't understand any of those languages, it doesn't matter. My name is Binga Adeika, the first, they call me the GCON, the Grand Comedian of Nigeria, and you're listening to Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Don't change that dial.
It's midday. It all happens in an instant, from breaking stories to heartwarming local tales, the beat of financial markets, the twists of international affairs, or the thrill of sport and entertainment. We've got it all inside the global box. Journey with us across the world in an instant on this dial. Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Happening now on the global box.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Global Box, your quick tour bulletin around the world on Adamimogo 105.1 FM, Mokola, IBADAN. Here are the top stories. Oyo decides leaders in local government election. Sierra Leone's energy minister resigns over electricity crisis. King Charles to resume public duties amid cancer treatment. Thanks for joining us on Global Box. I am Abimbola Ogunbadeniyi. We kick off from Nigeria, where voting is currently ongoing in some polling units in Ibadan in the local government election of your state. The election is being conducted in the 33 local government areas by the Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC. However, Adamimogo FM Nigeria correspondent reported that while some wards in Ibadan City Central have begun voting with the heavy presence of security personnel, most of the wards have not started voting process due to the absence of OISEC officials. Meanwhile, the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who casted his vote today in his polling unit at Abayomi Iwo Road, commended the peaceful act of the exercise.
It has always been a caretaker administration at the grassroots level without the people really having a say in who should govern them. As you can see around also, people are going about that exercise peacefully. So I will commend our people, for coming out to take seriously democracy at that level. Yes.
One of the party agents, Haminat Ibrahim, and some voters were speaking with our correspondents, expressed dissatisfaction over the non-arrival of voting materials despite their early arrival at their polling units.
mo ti dé bí láti bí 7 ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjàjà kàkà máa wọn tó fẹ́ dìbò ti dé ti pẹ́ àárí àwọn kan àárí wọn ní salami àárí wọn ní custom àárí wọn ní vigilary àárí wọn big boss ìkọlábà àárí wọn ní ìkọlábà girama so ààrẹ nìsín àárí bí ó wọn tẹ̀tẹ̀ dìbò àárí nǹkan.
lọ jẹ́ kọ́sẹ́ẹ̀kì orúkọ wa lójú ibi tó lẹ̀ sí àti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ lójú tàwa ń sì máa yàwó ìṣe pé ìbò máa wà nígbà rárá tọ̀. well I've been here for more than 2 hours now. 3 days o'clock, this is my second time of coming. This morning when we came, we met people searching for their names on the wall there. So equally, I've done the same thing, seen my number. but we've not seen any sign of any coercion or anybody rather than we and the security agents that are here.
Some of polling units visited by our correspondents include Iriakari, Eleta High School, Ijokodo, Oluyole, Liberty Academy, Ikolaba, Odeyale, among others. Away from Nigeria, the head of Burkina Faso military regime, Ibrahim Traoré, has accused Côte d'Ivoire of welcoming all the destabilizers of his country, adding there was a problem with the authorities in Abidjan. According to Traoré, all the destabilizers are there and they aren't hiding. Ties between the two countries have been rocky of late, and on April 19, the ministers of defense held a meeting on the border in a bid to bring about a new start in relations. Still in Africa, Sierra Leone's Minister Kanja Sese of Energy has resigned against the backdrop of recent interruptions of the country's electricity supply. Sese's resignation came hours after the government paid a total of $18.5 million to two power providers, Turkish Care Powership and Transco CLSG Group. The president's office disclosed these, but the reasons for his resignation were not officially explained, and the Energy Ministry is yet to comment to the situation. However, the ministry have been placed under the direct supervision of President Julius Bio, who will be assisted by two officials. Away from Africa, the Pentagon says it will rush Patriot air defense missile and artillery ammunition to Ukraine as part of its new military and aid package. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, who disclosed this, said U.S. will utilize $6 billion for this purpose. President Joe Biden had signed into law the $6 billion as part of $60 billion aid package, which also includes $1 billion in more immediate aid. However, Patriot statement systems for launching the missiles will not be sent. Recall that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said Patriots were urgently needed to face a growing Russian air threat, can and should save lives right now. The former Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, has urged protesters on college campuses to protest against Hamas' behavior as well as Israel's conduct of the Gaza war. Pelosi, who stated this while speaking to the newsmen, said there was complete justification for speaking out about the growing humanitarian crisis there. An impact on civilians was terrible. She has also criticized the actions of the Israeli government while arguing it has a right to self-defense, and no fan of the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
The United States has always supported Israel as our friend because it has been in our national security interest to do so. What happened on October 7th was an act of cruel brutality. And imagine if that had happened here, what the response would be of the people to that. We reject the policy and the practice of Netanyahu. Terrible.
Recall that hundreds of people have been arrested on different campuses across the U.S., where protests and encampments have sprung up in support of Palestinians in Gaza. Global Box is reaching you live from Adamimogo 105.1 FM IBADAN, still to come. King Charles to resume public duties amid cancer treatment. Do stay with us.
You're listening to Global Box on Adamimogo 105.1 FM IBADAN.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. For inquiries, breaking news and more, please call or text our news desk on 0703 496 1615. Now to the rest of the news. British head of state King Charles III will make a limited return to public duties next week after doctors said they were encouraged by the progress of his treatment for cancer. This was sequel to a difficult spell for the royal family after both Charles and his daughter-in-law, Catherine, Princess of Wales, revealed that they had cancer, according to a Buckingham Palace spokesman. Announcing Charles' limited return was too early to say how much longer his treatment would continue. His first engagement with Queen Camilla would be to a cancer treatment center on Tuesday. In the meantime, a crude oil tanker has been damaged in a missile attack off the coast of Yemen, the latest strike to be carried out by the Houthis. British Maritime Security Agency UKMTO reported that the Panama-flagged ship was struck twice and suffered damage. The incident happened 15 nautical miles southwest of the Yemeni city of Mocha. No injuries or death have been reported, and the incident is being investigated. Now on business update. China's industrial profit fell in March and slowed gains for the quarter compared to the first 2 months, raising doubt about the strength of a recovery for the world's second biggest economy. National Bureau of Statistics data showed that cumulative profits of China's industrial firm rose 4.3% to 1.5 trillion yuan in the first quarter from a year earlier, slower than a 10.2% rise in the first 2 months, according to chief economist and head of research in Greater China, Bruce Pang. If profit growth continues to slow, the repair of the asset and liability structure of manufacturing firms may also be affected. On sports, Real Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti has spoken on the future of the club's wonder kid, Arda Güler. According to Ancelotti, Arda will be a very important player for the club in the future, and states that there is no doubt that he will still be with the club next year. There have been speculations that the youngster would leave on loan this summer following his fine outing in a 1-0 win over Real Sociedad. Real Madrid are now 14 points clear in the La Liga table following a vital win at Anoeta Stadium. On entertainment scene, American rapper Fat Joe has claimed that the commercial successes of some musicians are due to their support for the LGBT community. In a recent interview, Fat Joe lamented the escalating LGBT trend in the music industry, especially hip-hop.
So, you know, you got guys who I don't think are gay, but they painting their nails or they walking with Birkin bags, you know. It just seems like, yo, that's the way, you know, unfortunately, it's sad. You have originators. It feels like it's been a new trend, a new swag, a new style. Paint your nails, use a bag, wear a dress, this, right? And a million of them by now done wore, you know, the toughest one.
The veteran rapper alleged that Nicki Minaj and Beyonce are successful in the music industry because of their gay fan bases. Fat Joe said men who are not gay have joined the trend of painting their nails and wearing female dress just to go viral and sell more records. That's Global Box on Adamimogo 105.1 FM IBADAN. Before we go, the highlights again. We brought to you that voting is currently ongoing in some polling units in Ibadan in the local government election in Oyo State. We also brought to you that Sierra Leone's Minister Kanja Sesay of Energy has resigned against the backdrop of recent interruptions to the country's electricity supply. Finally, we told you that British head of state, King Charles III, will make a limited return to the public duties next week after doctors said they were encouraged by the progress of his treatment for cancer. Global Box was edited and brought to you by Abimbola Ogunbadeni. A very good afternoon.
Adamimogo 105.1 FM, the voice of the light. Our voice is your light, shining light to the city of Ibadan. Adamimogo FM 105.1, the voice of the light.
Thank you for staying with us. Thank you, Abimbola Ogunbadeni, for the Global Box. We'll continue with our Situation Room reports here at Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Our Election Day studio is still open for about 1 more hour as we continue to monitor developments. We have Dayo Lujobi on the line. He has a breaking story for us. Dayo.
Yeah, hello, General.
Yes, good afternoon. It's noon now. So you said earlier you have a breaking story. You were there where it happened. What is it?
Yes, now there is a major twist now at Ibadan Southeast, Ward 2, Unit 17.
Is that what's on our live feed as we speak?
Yes. Voters are calling for cancellation of the election in that particular unit. In fact, the ward entirely. They allege that there are
Ibadan where?
Ibadan Southeast.
Ibadan Southeast.
Unit 17.
Okay, Ward 2, Unit 17. Good.
Yeah, so I'm going to put you on now. It's currently addressing pressmen. Of course, we have our live feed there. So I'll put him on now. I'll put him on phone now. Just a minute. Just a minute. So, General, just hold on. I'm trying to get him to a quiet place now, so that I can speak to us. So
I can see that.
All right, so it's live now. So in context, so the Rico Shelley, at our content paper, and if I saw IBADAN Adamimogo 1035. So we're live by the radio.
Yeah, orúkọ mi ni Honorable Bello Taufik Ademola.
Honorable Bello Taufik, okay.
Taufik Ademola, councillorship candidate ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC, All Progressives Congress, ní Ibadan South East Local Government Ward 2. So, ní Unit 19, ní Ward 2 tí mo wà, wọ́n ti gbé ìbò election material today.
Ní àkókò ìtàtù ní past 12 táwa yìí.
No, wọ́n ti gbé dé ní after 11 náà gbé. Wọ́n gbé dé ní 10 after 11. Nígbà tí wọ́n gbé dé, àwọn agent wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe kọ́ wọn pé kí wọ́n cross check ballot paper yẹn. Àwa rí i pé kó wọn tó serially. So àwa sọ fún wọn pé báwo ló ṣe rí láti 8:18 ó parí sí 8:17. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìka. Nígbà tó dé 8:23 ó wá jump sí 950. Àwa yọ 8:23 kúrò ní 950. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ó máa fún wa ní 127.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Níbo ni olùdìbò 127 yẹn wà?
Ibo ló wà?
Paper yẹn ta ló dìbò rẹ̀ missing paper yẹn níbo ló wà? Àwa wo gbogbo àwọn registered voters gbogbo ojú 117 lọ. Báwo lẹ ṣe wá gbé ìbò 300 ballot paper wa tí 127 ti miss ń bẹ̀ níbo ni wọ́n ti dì? Àwa ń pè fún solution kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ cancel ìbò tibẹ̀ náà.
Kẹ wá túnmú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Yes, sir.
Ẹ ṣé gan. So nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ ni pé kọ́ cancel election unit 19 yẹn báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni torí kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ti dìbò ballot paper bíi 120.
Ó dẹ̀ miss.
Ó dẹ̀ ti miss.
Ó dà náà ẹ ṣé gan. Thank you so much.
Ibi ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ṣé ń gbọ́ mi.
Mò ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni pé ibi tómi gangan ti dìbò Alẹ́sìnlọ́yẹ̀ unit 9 Ìbàdàn South East Ward 2. Bí bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n ti gbé ballot election materials yẹn.
Wọ́n ti gbé wá síbẹ̀.
Ibẹ̀ lèmi gẹ́gẹ́ ó ti dìbò fúnra mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí candidate àtàwọn olólùfẹ́ mi níbẹ̀. So bí bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ olùdìbò kankan ò tí ì lè dìbò. Débi wọn ò tí ì tí ì gbé débi pé wọ́n dìbò. Unit 6 náà nílé ńlá wọn è gbé dé. Ọpí àgbè nílé omíyalé wọn è gbé dé. So nǹkan bíi mẹ́rin ni wọ́n ti gbé unit ẹ̀ dé.
Ẹ ṣé gan, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
Dayo, hello Dayo.
Okay, hello, General.
So, according to what he's saying, a number of polling units are still being disenfranchised at this point.
A lot of them.
Yes, there is. They are yet to receive OISEC officials in those polling units, and it is 12:18 as we speak. But for this particular unit, Ward 2, Unit 19, there are discrepancies with the ballot papers, and that is why they are calling for a cancellation. Very well. We expect that you provide more updates on that if you can, but thankfully you have all of this on Facebook for those who might want to see what's going on, and of course listen to one of the candidates speak to us there. Thank you so much, Dayo.
All right, thank you, General.
All right, please reach out as soon as you can. We also expect reports from Ibidu Mustafa and Samuel Olugbemini. We are yet to hear from Omoyashina. Hopefully, I think we'll just put a call through to see what's the updates from that axis that it was earlier, Akala Express and Co. Let's see if we can get any updates from him. But of course, some people are trying to call in. Please do so on this fixed line, 0703-845-3749, for those who might want to tell us what is going on in their local government. Don't forget, we've got an update from Ogbomosho area, Ogoluwa area. We have this caller. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Emma, kushe kí lorúkọ tí wọlé tí ń pè wá?
Ejina Dele láti Olúyọ̀lé Ward 2.
Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Olúyọ̀lé Ward 2?
Mix-up wà.
Mix-up
Number
wà.
one, yes. Number one, ní àwọn polling units wa táwọn èrò ti yẹ kán jáde. Àdìsíkọ́ àpò gbogbo ibi tí èrò ti tébù pọ̀ sí wọn gbà àpótí wá síbẹ̀. Ẹlẹ́kejì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi tí wọ́n tún gbé àpótí wá. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi tí wọ́n tún gbé àpótí wá. Bí kán gbé ballot paper Ward 5 wá sí Ward 2. Ti Ward 7 ni Ward 2 wọ́n yẹ ṣe káàkiri polling unit nìyẹn fún councillor. Sí. So Olanika report. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé káwọn agent tó wà bẹ̀ kán sign kan tó bọ̀ wípé bẹ̀ wọ́n máa record Guinness nínú register Ward 2.
Mix up tẹ́yìn fẹ́ report nìyẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan. I hope that OISEC officials can also take stock of all of these things that are coming to our situation room here at Adamimogo 105.1 FM. There seems to be a lot of anomalies with this election in terms of ballot papers present, the ballot papers that have been fixed or, put together for this election. Some of them are not complete. Some of them are missing. Some polling units do not have OISEC officials present for the election. Some have a good turnout, some there is low turnout, but overall it looks like the score is low, and it's not a good thing, especially when we contextualize what a local government election should really be about. So we're still expecting more updates before we terminate all of this, possibly by 1:30 or maybe 1 or 1:30 or 2, but it can't be more than 2 p.m. Maybe if we have some of our correspondent return from the field, we might still have Jojo tete-a-tete with them live here in the studio. It's still Fortune Omojola, the General, and my colleague here, Olushola Momo, who stepped out just briefly. Remember, we've been here since 8:30 this morning, bringing you updates, live updates from the field as the election continues to, the Oyo State local government election continues to evolve. We're live on Facebook, Adamimogo FM, 105.1, live on Facebook. We are connected together, Adamimogo FM Nigeria on YouTube, if you want to have a feel of what's going on YouTube as well. It's all there for you to enjoy and see for yourself what is going on live on the field and listen to.
Adamimogo, Asidiot area.
Adamimogo FM ní kí ẹ máa bọ̀. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ polówó ọjà kájọ wọ́n fẹ́ o Adamimogo FM ní kí ẹ máa bọ̀. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ polówó ọjà kájọ kó bá jẹ́ Adamimogo FM ní kí ẹ máa bọ̀. Ó dá mi lójú ọjà tí ẹ bá polówó ẹ̀ nìkan nìyí o. Ó di dandan kájọ kó bá jẹ́ o. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ polówó ọjà kájọ kó bá jẹ́ Adamimogo FM ní kí ẹ máa bọ̀.
Ọmọ Nàìjíríà
òṣèlú nàìjíríà o olórí nàìjíríà ibi tẹ́ bá ń kó wà rè é wí fún wa lọ. ọmọ nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú nàìjíríà olórí nàìjíríà ibi tẹ́ bá ń kó wà rè é wí fún wa lọ. ọmọ nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú nàìjíríà olórí nàìjíríà ibi tẹ́ bá ń kó wà rè é wí fún wa lọ. ọmọ nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú nàìjíríà olórí nàìjíríà ibi tẹ́ bá ń kó wà rè é wí fún wa lọ. October 1960 tó fún wa ní independence tààlà gbòmìnira ọdún mẹ́ta lẹ́yìn yẹn precisely 1963 wọ́n fún wa ní Federal Republic of Nigeria. Gbogbo wa ń jó àwa ń yọ ò pàṣẹ bọ́ọ̀lù pẹ̀lú o. Olórí Nàìjíríà, òṣèlú Nàìjíríà, ẹ sọ fún wa ní ìgbẹ̀yìn òmìnira ni. ọmọ Nàìjíríà, níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú Nàìjíríà olórí Nàìjíríà ibi jẹ́ wọn kó wá rè é. ogójì ọdún kọjá sẹ́yìn Nàìjíríà sì tún jìyà lẹ́yìn tóyìnbó ti tú wa lọ́rùn sílẹ̀ àwa tún fìyà jẹra wa. ara wájú wo ṣe nǹkan èrò ẹ̀yìn ló ṣe é pọ̀ o. ọmọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ farada àtúndéwé yá. ọmọ Nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú Nàìjíríà olórí Nàìjíríà. parí wọn ò rí iṣẹ́ ṣe ẹni parí ìwé yunifásitì o bí ó bá fi sọmọ wọn dọ̀ àfi kó máa gò káàdà kó tó lè owó jẹun kó má di kòsòrò kó máa lágbẹ̀dẹ kì máa fi lọ́kọ́ owó epo ní Nàìjíríà ojoojúmọ́ nìyẹn ń lékún gbèdéjẹ́kù Bọ́lá dìde ìyá ń jẹ mẹ́kún ìyàwó dẹ̀dùn bí omi ọbẹ̀ ọlọ́run máa ń yẹ kó wá. ọmọ Nàìjíríà níbo là ń lọ. òṣèlú Nàìjíríà olórí Nàìjíríà ìjọba kó wáyé ẹ̀yìn fún wa náà. àwọn sásẹ̀lú kò máa dán mọ́rán. Ìbò wọn ṣe lù kó máa bára mu. Yorùbá ṣe lù kó máa dán pọ̀rọ̀. Ológun wọn ṣe lù kó máa gún régé. Òṣèlú wọn ṣe lù wọn ò ṣe dáadáa. Sọ́dí bàtà bá rí ìrùjẹ̀rí ìrọ̀lì. Àbí irú ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ṣe ní Ghana lọ́jọ́ sí.
Adamimogo, Adamimogo, no baby. Adamimogo, Adamimogo, no baby. Adamimogo, Adamimogo, no baby.
Adamimogo, 105.1 FM, Ibadan.
Adamimogo FM, ló ń kí gbogbo wa, oníkẹ́lówó kẹ́ẹ̀dùnmọ́, kẹ́sọ̀wọ́ kẹ́jẹrẹ, àlàáfíà tó péye, ó jẹ́ ti gbogbo wa, lọ́lá ọlọ́run ọba, kájọ ríre bára wa ṣe o. Adamimogo FM, ló ń kí gbogbo wa, oníkẹ́lówó kẹ́ẹ̀dùnmọ́, kẹ́sọ̀wọ́ kẹ́jẹrẹ, àlàáfíà tó péye, ó jẹ́ ti gbogbo wa, lọ́lá ọlọ́run ọba, kájọ ríre bára wa ṣe o. Délé dára. Adamimogo FM ló ń kí gbogbo wa, oníkẹ́lówó kẹ́ẹ̀dùnmọ́, kẹ́sọ̀wọ́ kẹ́jẹrẹ, àlàáfíà tó péye, ó jẹ́ ti gbogbo wa, lọ́lá ọlọ́run ọba, kájọ ríre bára wa ṣe o.
Ìwọ gan ló dá mi, ìwọ gan ló bí mi, ó sì sọ̀rọ̀ bí Elédùmarè, a sọ̀rọ̀ máyẹ̀ o. Orúkọ mi ni Prince Gòkè Bájọ́wà, Adamimogo FM 105.1 ni mo wà yìí. Ẹ máa gbọ́, ẹ má gbé kúrò ní ìkànnì yẹn o. Tí n bá gbọ́ pé ó gbé kúrò ń bẹ̀, Adamimogo ni always. God bless you. Àríra gbogbo wa la ó ríra wa. Ẹlẹ́dàá kì í gbàgbé ènìyàn, èrò rere ló ní sí wa o.
Jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o bàbá, jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o, jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o bàbá, jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o. Owó tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè, ọmọ tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè, owó ọmọ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà o bàbá, jẹ́ kó lá wọlé mi o. Baba, jẹ́ kán láwọlé mi o. Jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o, bàbá. Jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o, bàbá. Jẹ́ kó wọlé mi o. Owó tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè. Ọmọ tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè, ohun ọmọ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà ó bàbá, jẹ́ kó lá wọlé mi o, bàbí jẹ́ kó lá wọlé mi o. Owó tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè sẹ́, ọmọ tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè náà, ohun ọmọ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà ó bàbá. Jẹ́ kó lá wọlé mi o, bàbí, jẹ́ kó lá wọlé mi o. jẹ́ kiri wọlé mi o bàbá jẹ́ kiri wọlé mi o jẹ́ kiri wọlé mi o bà mí jẹ́ kiri wọlé mi o owó tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè ọmọ tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè owó ọmọ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà ó bàbá kékeré wọlé mi o bàbá kékeré wọlé mi o bàbá kékeré wọlé mi o bàbá kékeré wọlé mi o. Jẹ́kọ́lá wọlé mi o Jẹ́kọ́lá wọlé mi o Jẹ́kọ́lá wọlé mi o bàbá Jẹ́kọ́lá wọlé mi o owó tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè ọmọ tuntun wọlé mi máa jèrè owó ọmọ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà bàbá jẹ́kiri wọlé mi o. Láìmí kékeré wọlé mi o.
Wàtí máa gbọ́ padà ní mọ́kò lọ́pẹ́bí. Wàtí máa gbọ́ padà ní mọ́kò lọ́pẹ́bí. Wàtí máa gbọ́ padà ní mọ́kò lọ́pẹ́bí.
Adamimogo 105.1 FM Ìbàdàn.
Amúlùdùn lè tó gbòde. Amúlùdùn lè tó fẹ́. Ẹ bá wa fi kalẹ̀ sí kẹ́tọ̀ o. Amúlùdùn lè tó fẹ́. Rédíò Adamimogo 105.1 ní gbogbo ọjọ́ sátọ́dé. Aago 4 sí 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́. Ẹ bá wa fi kalẹ̀ sí kẹ́tọ̀ o. Ètò tó ń kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n amúlùdùn lètò tó gbà yìí rédíò Adamimogo akíkúnmi badmus lólótó ètò yìí rédíò Adamimogo jagunmólú máa látọ́kùn ètò yìí rédíò Adamimogo ewúro ya máa fọwọ́ ẹ̀ sọ́yà rédíò Adamimogo ẹ bá fi kalẹ̀ sí kẹ́tọ̀ wò amúlùdùn lètò fẹ́.
Pẹpẹ tàgbàlagbà ọwọ́ kègbè. Ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò tó pẹpẹ tàgbàlagbà ọwọ́ kègbè. Ọmọ Yorùbá ó yẹ súnmọ́ bí kẹwàá kọ́ èdè lẹ́nu elédè Adéọlá ọmọ ọba ọ̀run. Akọ́mọlédè Yorùbá ètò kan pàtàkì tí ó mọ láǹfààní láti tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí bá a ti sọ, bá a ti gbọ́, bá a ti kà. Lédè Yorùbá àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ wa, àṣà ìkọ́ni, àṣà ìjẹun, àṣà ìwọṣọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Lábala àkọ́kọ́ lórí ètò ọ̀hún ńlá pèdé abala kọ́mọlédè fúnra ẹ̀ níbi tí atọ́kùn ó ti máa fòbìlì túkọ̀ ètò lórí àṣà ìkíni bí a ti ń lo àwọn ẹwà èdè Yorùbá àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Abala ìkejì ìbéèrè àti ìdáhùn mú béèrè kọ́ jẹ̀bùn. Ẹ pàdé ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Adéọlá ọmọ ọba ọ̀run lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta sátidé látago 1 sáago 2 1 to 2 p.m. ní ìkànnì Adamimogo 105.1 FM tí ó mọ̀ gbé yín rìnrìn àjò nínú èdè Yorùbá.
That's the sound that brings us together. Excitement that announces the weekend home ground of sport. It is the audacity that complements it when it all starts. Formula One, boxing, and other sounds in the far-flung paradise where men and women compete. Champions need their quick feet, steady hands, razor-sharp eyes, and genius brains to earn laurels. news. Then we sit here to analyze, and hey, the booms and chairs never end when we gather in the locker room to do it. We will hold first the locker room show every Saturday by 2 to 4 p.m. with Dayo Olujobi and his buddies on Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Are you ready for the banter?
Ìrírí Àwẹ̀ró, Tales of a Single Mother.
It's not possible for me to go back to our house. This is now very hard for me. That's my first for me to go from you.
Ìrírí Àwẹ̀ró ṣe bí etí kan kò yẹ orí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹsẹ̀ kan kò yẹ ọ̀nà. Fáàrí kan kò sí fún obìnrin tí kò ní adé lórí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe ohun àmúyangàn. Àìládé lórí, bàbá ọmọ ni mo ní ni òlọ́kọ̀ ń gbòòrò sí láwùjọ wa. Àmọ́ ṣá, ẹni tí kò gbọ́ tẹnu ẹyẹ ìgà ni yóò pẹ́yẹ ń pàtó. Ìrírí Àwẹ̀ró lètò tí yóò mọ túṣu désàlẹ̀ kòkò. Àwọn ìṣòro tí àdálémoṣù ń kojú, ẹ pàdé Àtọ́kẹ́ Àdóbárì, Zainab Ọláyíwọlá ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday ní dédé aago 7 sí aago 8 àṣálẹ́. Ìrírí Àwẹ̀ró kò ṣeé má gbọ́ lẹ́tọ̀ fún gbogbo àdálémoṣù.
Hello. Aláyé ti bá mi ṣá.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe ni wò ká lè mọ ẹni tó fẹ́ ni. Tálẹ̀yàn tó jókòó sí kọ̀kọ̀ tó ní okùn ibi tó gbé gbà tó wá fi ọwọ́ ọ̀la gbà ọ́ lójú.
Bàbá landlord, mo ṣe sanwó lé ní ẹ tún fún mi ní notice.
Ṣèbí mo sọ fẹ́ lẹ́yìn oṣù kan tó sanwó lé pé àwọn ẹbí ti fi kówó lé.
Ẹ sọ fún mi náà, ká nípa ti sọ fún mi kí tó sanwó lé ni mi ní sanwó lé rárá.
Owó tó san yẹn, owó yẹn ti lọ nìyẹn. Tó bá tètè kú, ọmọ àdúgbò máa bù ẹ́ sìn.
Ẹ̀lú sà, ẹ̀jọ̀ ìgbà tí mo dé ilẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo bá wọn kan bẹ̀ tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Ìgbà tó tètè lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ẹlòmíì ti ra lẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn.
Gbàgede lórí ètò gbàgede ẹ láǹfààní láti fi tó wa létí èèyàn kéèyàn tó bá fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ ọlá gbà ọ́ lójú. Wọ́n gbalẹ̀ mi lọ́nà àìtọ́. Iṣẹ́ ló gbé fún èèyàn tí ò ṣe tó ní kí ló ṣe tó sì ti ṣojúṣe rẹ̀ ṣáájú. Jagunmólú àti àwọn ikọ̀ rẹ̀ ń bẹ́ńlẹ̀ fún ọ lórí ètò gbàgede láti tẹ́tí sí irúfẹ́ ìṣòro yòówù tó bá ń dojúkọ ní ìkànnì Adamimogo 105.1 FM Ìbàdàn ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday láti aago 4 sí 6 4 to 6 p.m. ẹ pè atọ́kùn ètò Akínkúnmi Badmus Jagunmólú sórí 0810-762-8691 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 0810-762-8691 bẹ́yìn bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mú tákàdá ẹ̀gbọ́n lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 0810-762-8691 gbàgede láti yanjú ẹ̀ kì í ṣe ní kọ̀kọ̀.
Kòkòrò ìfẹ́ mi níbo ló wà o, ara mi wà lọ́nà kó wálé.
Kò sóhun tó dùn bí ìfẹ́ torí ìfẹ́ là kọjá òfin àti pé ìfẹ́ ló borí gbogbo. Àmọ́ kí ló fà á, kí ló dé gan-an tí ìfẹ́ láàrin lọ́kọláya ò fi tọ́jọ́ mọ́ tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbéyàwó sì ń di pẹ́ǹtúká? Alẹ́ ariwo. Alẹ́ ariwo lètò tá a ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ láti wá ojútùú sí ògiri ìfẹ́ tó lanu láàrin lọ́kọláya àti láti gbé òpó ìfẹ́ ìdílé ró. Abala mẹ́ta ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lètò alẹ́ ariwo kó sòdì bó ṣe ń lọ labala àkọ́kọ́ níbi tá a ti máa gbára wa nímọ̀ràn eléyìí tí ó ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ ìdílé láǹfààní. Èwo ni kí n ṣe lábala ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì níbi tá a ti máa yanjú aáwọ̀ láàrin lọ́kọláya láìkóra ẹni síta bí ọmọ ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ fàyàfọ́kọ long date tó ń ti matchmaking. Labala tó kẹ́yìn lórí ètò gbogbo alẹ́ ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta Sátidé láàrin aago 9 sí 11 láàmú àpàdé atọ́kùn ètò Olúṣínà Ọlábọ̀dé ọmọ ìyá Ṣínà the articulate presenter lórí ìkànnì Adamimogo 105.1 FM Ìbàdàn. Alẹ́ ariwo àìgbọ́dọ̀ máa gbọ́ ètò.
Ẹ̀yin ògo wẹ́rẹ́ o, ṣé ẹ ti ṣetán fún àjọyọ̀ òun pọ̀pọ̀ ṣìnṣìn tó máa kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀? Àyájọ́ ọjọ́ àwọn ọmọdé tọdún 2024 wọlé dé o. Classical Children's Day Party pẹ̀lú ìkànnì Adamimogo. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń ṣàfẹ́rí eré, ayọ̀, ẹ̀rín, ìdùnnú àti ìgbádùn tí kò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ yín? Ẹ má wọ̀ tún wò sí ká signboard kankan mọ́ o. Ẹsẹ̀ wìtìwìtì. Ó dìkànnì Adamimogo 105.1 FM lọ́jọ́ 17 oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2024 láago 10 àárọ̀. Nílé ńlá Adamimogo Ṣọ́bàndé ọ̀rẹ́ méjì Mọ́kọ́lá nílùú Ìbàdàn. Gbẹ̀dú fáwọn ọmọdé máa kílẹ̀ gbìgbì. Orin, ijó ẹ̀fẹ̀ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. kò tán síbẹ̀ o ẹ̀bùn tún máa wà fún àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n bá kópa yege nínú àwọn eré wa. ó jìgbìjìgbìjìgbì. ayàyà ẹ má jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù. gbogbo fàájì kẹlẹ́lẹ́ yìí di ọjọ́ 17 oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2024 láago 10 àárọ̀ ni nílé ńlá Adamimogo Ṣọ́bàndé ọ̀rẹ́ méjì Mọ́kọ́lá nílùú Ìbàdàn. 2024 Classical Children's Day Party ó máa lọ fàáfàá.
wá ti máa gbọ́ padà mi Mogo náà ń pè bí. wá ti máa gbọ́ padà mi Mogo náà ń pè bí. wá ti máa gbọ́ padà mi Mogo náà ń pè bí.
Adamimogo 105.1 FM Ìbàdàn.
orí gbé mi débi ayọ̀ mi orí gbé mi débi rẹ̀ orí ìmáàmùrù mo bẹ̀ ọ́ ó wá gbé mi débi rẹ̀ ire ni mo fẹ́. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi wo bí rere kó gbé mi sí yé ó máa jẹ́ mo ṣe ó gbé mi dé bùtẹ́ ire. Ire ni mo bá ọ sọ orí mi méèyàn bí kíbi máa lọ mi ò fẹ́ o. Ire ni mo fẹ́ Ẹlẹ́dàá mi wo bí rere kó gbé mi sí yé ó máa jẹ́ mo ṣe ó gbé mi dé bùtẹ́ ire. Sọ̀rọ̀ ayé apalọ́lọ́ bó tó ṣì bá fẹ́nu sọ̀rọ̀ máa fi kíkà lẹ́nu ní. Ìrere ní kò gbé mi re o, orí mi kéré ní kò gbé mi gùn o, má jẹ́ ń ṣerú ẹgbẹ́ mi yé o. Orí mi má burú, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi má gbà bọ́dé o. Orí mi má burú, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Rere ní kò gbé mi rẹ̀ o, òkè rere ní kò gbé mi gan, má dá yẹ̀yẹ́ mi sílẹ̀ fààyè. Torí lágbájá rí ṣe olówó lọ́wọ́, mo ṣe forí ẹ̀ ló gbà fún. Ìtàmẹ́dúrà lẹ̀ mú kọ́ lémọ́lé o, mo ṣe forí ẹ̀ ló ṣèrànlọ́wọ́. Ìbí rere ní kò gbé mi rẹ̀ o, ọ̀nà ìyanu kó mú mi rìn o, mádàmí dábùkátà mi. Orí mi má burú, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi má gbà bọ́dé o.
Adamimogo yàtọ̀ oyin mọ̀mọ́.
Ibi rere ni kò gbé mi rẹ̀ o, òkè rere ni kò gbé mi gùn o, má dá yẹ̀yẹ́ mi sílẹ̀. Mo ti yan rí ọlá wa ọmọ ti yan rí owó wa mi ò yan orí bẹ́gà àtọrọ jẹ orí dá mi lọ́lá fẹ́mi náà lọ́rọ̀ sọ ìwọ ló ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ire gbogbo bàmí sí ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ orí mi jọ̀wọ́ jàre. Orí mi má burú, Ẹlẹ́dàá mi má gbà bọ́dé. Orí mi má burú, Ẹlẹ́dàá
ètò ló lè gùn tẹ́jọ́. ọ̀rọ̀ inú ẹ̀ ló jura wọn lọ. ètò ló lè gùn tẹ́jọ́ sẹ́. ọ̀rọ̀ inú ẹ̀ ló jura wọn. egungun bí ẹni ṣọ̀wọ́n nínú ara. ẹranko bí ọbọ ṣọ̀wọ́n nínú igbó. Adamimogo ṣọ̀wọ́n nínú igbó. 105.1 Adamimogo ṣọ̀wọ́n nínú igbó. ṣebí lógo láti Adamimogo. ọlọ́gbọ́n ló ń gbọ́ àwọn amòye ló ń gbọ́. Adamimogo FM 105.1 pátápátá korogodo èyí yàtọ̀. aláwàdà lọkọ̀ òṣòwò. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. ó dẹ̀gbà ayé ń fẹ́. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. ìròyìn tó ṣe kókó. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. àti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. ètò lówó ọjà lẹ́wà. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́gbẹ́ wá. ọkọlá ọ̀rẹ́ méjì. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. ètò tó bá ní lọ́gbọ́n. Adamimogo FM ní kẹ́mọ́tò. Kórè dálẹ̀ ọmọ ńlá sọ wípé Adamimogo FM 105.1 pátápátá korogodo èyí yàtọ̀.
ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò tó pẹpẹ tàgbàlagbà ọwọ́ kègbè ọmọ Yorùbá ó yẹ súnmọ́ bí kẹwàá kọ́ èdè lẹ́nu elédè Adéọlá ọmọọba ọ̀run àkọ́mọlédè Yorùbá ètò kan pàtàkì tí ó mọ láǹfààní láti tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí bá a ti sọ bá a ti gbọ́ bá a ti kà lédè Yorùbá àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ wa àṣà ìkọ́ni àṣà ìjẹun àṣà ìwọṣọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lábala àkọ́kọ́ lórí ètò ọ̀hún ńlá pèdé abala kọ́mọlédè fúnra ẹ̀ níbi tí atọ́kùn ó ti máa fòbìlì tó kọ ètò lórí àṣà ìkíni bí a ti ń lo